Hi, this is Michael, and this is my review of the Creative Sound Blaster Roar 2. This is a slightly different version of the original, the Creative Sound Blaster Roar, which I also own and is right back here. What makes this different? Well, honestly, not a whole lot. They claim that this is smaller, lighter, and sexier. Well, smaller, yeah, slightly. Little bit smaller. Let me put them right next to each other here, and you can see that there's just a very slight width difference, a slight height difference, and a very slight depth difference. So it's really not that much of a difference at all. As far as the weight, the original weighs 2 pounds and 7 ounces. Well, this weighs 2 pounds and 3 ounces, so it's really only 4-ounce difference, not a huge big deal. But there are a couple significant differences, and I will go over those in just a moment. Let me just show you what else you get in the package. This is sort of the user guide. It's really pretty complete. It's got all the information you need to know. You also get a little blurb here. This is the warranty information and the safety and regulatory information. Now, this is the power supply AC adapter. It's got a nice long 6-foot cord on it and a fold-away plug. This is 100 to 240 volts, 50 or 60 hertz, so you can use this internationally. Now, not only is this just providing power to charge the speaker, but also in one mode here called the roar mode, this is actually going to let the speaker play a little bit louder than it would normally be able to play if it were just using the internal battery alone. Then you also get a USB to micro USB cable. Now this cable serves two purposes. One, it lets you charge the Roar 2 from a USB power source. It also lets you use it as USB audio when connected to your PC or Mac. And you can also use the micro SD card that you may possibly have inserted in here as a USB mass storage. So you could be able to drag files to it or delete files or whatever, just as if it were a card reader. So I'll go over all the features here. On the front panel we have the on-off button, we have the volume minus and plus, and then the multi-function button, which is a play-pause button. It also gets you into Bluetooth pairing mode, and it is also how you answer an incoming call on your smartphone. This will work as a hands-free device. You've got a little LED that lights here. This is the record indicator. So you can actually, this does record wave files, and it'll record your voice. It's really great for that. It'll also record anything that happens to be playing through the speaker, whether it be from a Bluetooth device or the auxiliary in, or just playing from the micro SD card. You can get a predetermined playlist on your micro SD card. It'll take up to 32 gigabyte card, and they do recommend class 4 or greater. And then next to this we have 3 LEDs that light up to show the relative amount of battery life that you still have left. Top here we have the DC input, and then we have an auxiliary in. You've got a USB output. It's a 1 amp output, so you can charge your smartphone from that. And then this is the micro USB input, and also how you would connect to your PC or Mac micro SD card slot that I just mentioned. This is the little control area if you want to record audio on this. So I'm just going to push the record button while I'm talking here, and it will begin to record me right now. Once you've got your recording, when you hit the record button again, it'll stop the recording. And then this is the play pause button. You also have a mic mute switch right here. So let's just push this, and it will begin to record me right now. Once you've got your recording, when you hit the record button. So that's really handy to be able to record audio on this directly. This next little block of controls is for the micro SD card. I've got a few files on there right now. You've got the play pause. You also have forward and backward track selection.
I see nobody but you.
So that's very nice. Then we have the next button here is the Terra bass and the roar button. Terra bass is what you would push if you're listening at lower levels and you want to enhance the bass output. The roar button is if you're in full party mode and you really want to get as much performance out of this Bluetooth speaker as you can. The roar button will do that, and like I said, when it's connected to AC power, it'll even further enhance that. So then finally we have a little switch here that switches between the USB audio and the USB mass storage. So that's what you would move to mass storage if you wanted to connect to your PC and then manipulate the files that are on that card. This has a similarity to the original. In fact, the 5 speaker drivers in here are the same as in the, and the only difference is where they're placed. So on the original, you have the 2 high frequency drivers in the front here, and then there's a larger sort of a full range speaker here, and then you've got the passive bass radiators on either end. And this speaker is designed to be placed like this, with the drivers coming out of the front and then the driver at the top. Now this one has no speakers on the front, so you actually are supposed to play this one standing up like this, and all the drivers are on the top. So you've got the smaller ones on each side and then the larger one right in the middle. Same driver elements, same battery. It's got a 6,000 milliamp hour battery just as the original, and actually the electronics inside are basically the same as well. So not a whole lot of difference. Now this does have NFC in addition to regular Bluetooth, so pairing is really easy either way. You can have 2 devices connected to this simultaneously. It supports AAC and aptX, and consequently you do get very, very excellent audio quality from this. Now when it's connected to your PC or Mac, there is actually a sound blaster. They call it a control panel, but it's actually, I call it an application because it really is an application, but it does have sort of a control panel interface once you open it up, and that lets you do a lot of extra sound sculpting. Really improves things for some people when you use that if you're direct connected to your PC, but that won't do anything if you're just using Bluetooth. So let me play a couple snippets of songs here just so you can get an idea of what this sounds like. One thing I will say is also when you've reached maximum volume, you do get a little beep tone, and I do like that.
Terra bass on.
You could hear the difference there. The Terra bass definitely adds more bass at lower listening levels. One thing that sort of frustrates me is you do have a play pause control here, but you don't have a track selection, so you have to go back to your source in order to change tracks. This is fantastic. It's a very well balanced sound, and I find that the bass is nice and tight, not overbearing, and the highs are nice and crisp, and we have a really nice mid-range as well. Very nice sounding speaker. It's got great battery life, and it's a very powerful speaker. There's a lot of functionality in here. Don't care for though, they give you these cheesy little foam pads to stick on the front. Since this is really supposed to be like this, they don't have anything built in. I wish they had something like this in black on each side instead of these. These will definitely peel off. In fact, the only one I'm really aware of is this neoprene cover. It's kind of a nice cover. Certainly better than the original Roar, which was basically just a netting. So you can put your Roar speaker in this, and the neoprene is going to protect it. But I'm very impressed with the Roar 2, as I was impressed with the original. For my money, I would just get the original. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'll answer it if I can. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Have a great day.